Today we're doing a how-to video on how to install titanium. This is a titanium bolt kit from Warp 9. We're going to get my bike looking super cool just like our Suron over here. That one got titanium. I knew I needed it, so here we are. So in this video we're going to show you where to install them. They're all labeled like this. Super awesome. This is for your throttle. We got tons of different ones here. Let's get them thrown in. So this kit is the body bolt kit for the frame of the bike. It does not include sprocket or rotor bolts, front and rear. It does not include your linkage bolts. It does not include the axle or the swing arm bolts or the stem bolts. But everything else is good to go. And if you're looking for those, they're also on our website. Warp 9 makes all of them. Super awesome. Also, if you have aftermarket parts such as these brakes and the headlight, the bolts are not going to work on these. They're not, I don't think they'll work on my skid plate, but all the stuff that's stock will work, and maybe the skid plate and stuff as well. You just have to see what fits. These are the tools you're going to need. You're going to need Allen wrenches from a size 6 down to 3, I believe. Pliers. You're going to need a screwdriver or a pick to be able to get the pin on the pegs. You're also going to need a spring puller or just a screwdriver to be able to get your kickstand spring off. So we replace this bolt, and that's about it. We'll let you know if you need anything else. We're going to start with the huge motor bolts. It's super nice that they labeled all these, so you just find out motor mount right side, so that's the other side. We'll do these two big ones. Get our 6 Allen here, and it's this one and this one on this side. Okay, we got our top bolt out here, and these are different sizes, so make sure you look. This is the motor mount left front, and yep, that's the same, so that's the one we're going to screw in. Okay, we got our bolts here. Make sure you put the tie anti-seize on that they supply. Put a little bit of that on there. Spread it around. Then you're just going to apply this to every single bolt. Okay, we got the other bolt out. Make sure when you're doing these two on the left side, there is spacers between the bolt and your motor. Make sure those stay in their spots. See, this one's still there, that one's still there, so we're good to go. Now we're on the right side, and these two are a 5, not a 6. So let's get those out one at a time. And these two bolts are the same, the motor mount right side. We got the foot peg pivots. That's this piece right here that holds your foot peg on. If you have one of these, it works good. Boom. Look at that. It replaces all of it. Before we put these on though, we're going to replace these two bolts. And that is your foot peg bracket. These bolts are usually super tight with Loctite, so be careful when you're taking them off. Looks like one of mine is bent. Alright guys, if you can see this bolt is bent. So that means it's time to replace them with titanium, so they won't do that anymore. So let's get these two. Make sure you put both of them in first and then tighten them down so your threads line up. This bolt is not in the kit, so we're not going to switch out that one. Let's get this. There we go. Now we get our two pieces. Washer first, and then clip. Boom. Okay, this side's done. Let's go do the other side. We already got these two on. We're gonna do the kickstand. So you gotta take this spring off. And if you don't have a spring puller, grab some pliers. I'll show you how to do that. There's one. There's two. We got the kickstand off. I'm going to be putting a Warp 9 kickstand on, but it should be the same process. Kickstand mount. Take that out. Stick this on there. Oh, let's put some of this on. And you can put the nut on after you get this threaded in. Okay, we got the kickstand on and the spring back on. The nut tightened on the back of the kickstand. Got the peg on. Now we're going to move on to the subframe. That is this bolt, and then the same on the other side. Okay, time to do the skid plate. There's two different bags, one for the front, one for the rear. So that's this bolt on both sides, and this bolt on both sides. Yours is going to look different because I have an aftermarket skid plate. So these front ones aren't going to fit mine, but I will put the back ones on. Okay, also right here, we've got the motor cover right side. That's these ones. They're going to go here, here, and here on your stock motor. So I'll show you that on Alex's bike. So you're going to switch them out for this one, that one, and this one. Okay, also right here, we're going to replace these two and on both sides with the battery tray above motor bolts. Okay, now we're doing the controller bolts. That's this one, this one, this one, and this one. I'll just swap those out. Okay, now we're doing upper battery cover. That's this one, and then the same on the other side. Okay, now we're doing this one and this one. It's called battery hinge. So we're gonna open up the lid. You're gonna have to take off the C-clips in here on both sides, and then they'll unscrew with a 4. And now we're doing these two. Key switch, that's a 3 Allen. Okay, moving on. Horn cover, it's this bolt, and this bolt. You got 3 here. Rear battery cover, we got 2 different sizes. That's this plate back here. We got 2 on the top, then 2 small ones here, and then 2 big ones again on the bottom. So these are the big ones, these are the small ones. Moving along, we're doing the swing arm fender. That's this bolt and that bolt. Take this off. Next up, rear fender, seat rear, and seat front. These 2 nuts go here and here. These 3 screws go here, here, and here. These 2 go on the front of the seat on this piece that I don't have on, so I'm not going to use those. Time for the brake calipers. That's going to be here and here on the front and the back. And these are the 220 bolts for when you have the spacer with the 220 rotor, so we'll throw those on. Next up, we got throttle, 2 screws. That's one here and then here. We'll get those thrown on. Next up, headlight bracket. So that is if you don't have a direct mount stem, it's your 4 bolts on your crown. Here, 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 and here. But I have a direct mount stem, so I'm not going to use those. Then we also have headlight. I don't have the stock headlight, so I'm not going to use those. Except, well, they might fit. So they'll go here and here on this headlight, because I think they will fit. Also, these are for your stock brakes. 2 for each bolt. They'll go here and here. I have aftermarket brakes, so I'm not going to use those, unfortunately. We also have the master cylinder bolts. These are the stock brakes from a bike. So you're going to replace this one and this one on both brakes. And that'll be super cool. Titanium, titanium, titanium. Make sure when you're changing these out, do one at a time so this doesn't get unsealed. Next up, chain guard. That's this one and this one. They also have washers. Swing arm brake line. That's going to be this bolt that's right here. It's going to be kind of hard to get to, but if you have a small Allen, it should be fine. Okay, this is your front brake line clamp. That's going to go right here on your fork. On your factory Talaria suspension, there's a clamp right here that holds your brake line. That's the screw for you. I'm not going to use it because I have an aftermarket fork.
And no fork legs.
And no fork legs. Last one, left handlebar switch. It is going to go, I believe this goes on your horn right here. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. We got all the bolts put on. They did fit on my TRPs. Look how cool that is. Got the throttle on. Now, next I need to get the stem titanium bolts and the wheel titanium bolts, as well as the fork titanium bolts. And then I'll be good to go. But that's a great start. Let us know if that was helpful for you guys or what other videos you want us to make. If you're looking to get any of these upgrades, we sell them all at tbelectricmoto.com. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. Make sure and subscribe. We'll catch you later.